All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is, it took a few minutes for the topic to land. And then when I realized that, okay, we're talking about the power of programming, I realized that this is perfect because as I look at the work that I do today, the kind of sessions that I run, the kind of conversations that I have with people in my community, for me, it just reminds me of something that I had set out in the world, something that I had decided to do literally decades ago. So we go way back to 2007, and in fact, even if I go further back, probably it was 2004, 2005. So literally, we're talking 20 years ago, where I had decided that I knew what I did not want, and then the task was, okay, if I know what I do not want, then what? So where do I go? What do I do? And in that quest now of 20 years, the one thing that I've noticed that kept coming back to me was that everything had to do with programming, right? Everything had to do with what people around you are saying, whether it is, saying it as in verbally or whether it was non-verbally said. And obviously, if I'm talking 20 years ago, the way people have, in these last couple of years been changing their jobs, been, doing things that relatively seem mainstream and yet difficult. 20 years ago, it was even more alien, right? So there was a lot of programming which was to do with, like keep a job, do like the safe, take the safe bet, do the things that most people are doing. But somewhere inside of me, this programming was constantly, being built out, which was for me to really ask this question, which is literally, what do I want? And that was what kept driving me to keep exploring, to keep looking. And obviously I'm talking, this is in the early days of Google. There was no YouTube, so there's a lot of information that it took longer for it to reach, say for example, for us in India, right? So regardless of that, I made it a point that I was going to really focus on the programming. I was really going to focus on, um, you know, making it a point to somehow make this dream come to life. And for me, the dream was very simple. I wanted to be able to make a difference in other people's lives and to do it in a way which felt active, which felt like I had that, personal control over myself. And at the same time, what I was doing was so effective that when people came into this space, they were able to feel that desire within themselves to change. Not that I am, the one who is creating the change, but that they felt that, it was time to make that change. So obviously, over 20 years, a lot has changed. The world has changed. And even if you look at the last, literally the last 2020, so like the last 5 years, there have been some really massive shifts. And especially as healers and coaches, we know that there's a lot of shift that has happened, whether you talk about education, whether you talk about, access to information, not just the internet, but obviously now we all, use that two-letter word like it's normal, meaning AI, meaning ChatGPT, meaning, that you have anything that you want to create today, you can actually create it. Anytime that you get stuck, you have literally this co-pilot that is here to help you. So for me, I feel very blessed that so long ago I had chosen to focus on reprogramming. And that also in turn led me to literally, step into the world of NLP or neuro linguistic programming. And then, 10 years later, into the world of hypnosis. And so obviously today, when I do what I do, it is with the intention of helping people reprogram their own thoughts, right? Reprogram their words. And by doing so, they're able to actually feel that shift internally. They're able to change their minds, and choose something that is more in alignment with their, whether you call it their higher power, whether we call it our inner calling, our soul calling, whatever it is, whatever words we use. But ultimately, we are being more of ourselves, we are being more authentic, we are being more connected, day in and day out, right? And more each day. So, as I said, these pods have been created, and now it's like we are getting closer to having, run these pods literally for 3 years. And I feel extremely fortunate, extremely blessed that I get to feel this desire to come live like this every single day and record a pod. At one level, it is, of course, like a digital diary for me. At another level, it is obviously an opportunity for me to remind you that you're not alone, and that even if you're going through, a tough time, even if you're going through a lot of personal change, I just want you to know that, one, in the words of the wise, that this too shall pass. And secondly, of course, that whatever that you're going through, remember, this is what is designed to make you stronger. And as long as you're willing to keep showing up, as long as you're willing to focus on reprogramming, you are in the right place and you're exactly where you're meant to be. So, as always, as I said, these pods are designed as a way to remind you that you're not alone. And in addition, there are a lot of programs that we run in our community. One is, of course, every Monday and Friday, we have the program which is called the I Hypnosis Life Experiences. This is an opportunity for you to come and meet me live, and you also get to meet members of our community. And in addition to this, of course, this is a complimentary program. So it's a membership that's available to everybody. So when you come and join, you get to experience what happens in the community. You get to, get a sense of what is the vibe in the community. Do you really connect with the vibe of the community? Does the vibe of the community connect with you? And if you like this and you want to go deeper, we do have a, a couple of paid tracks, those who pay attention. So we do have a couple of paid tracks. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the program which is called the I Hypnosis Life Foundation Program. And now, of course, when you join, you will be joining into the 2.0 version. So this is the upgraded version, the updated version, and it's a very, very powerful program. We already ran version one. We did 26 weeks, 26 batches of this. And now you get the opportunity to experience version 2.0. So we meet on Friday, Saturday, Sunday between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. And of course, when you experience the program and you really connect with it, then, and you want to continue, then we do have the advanced program. This is a 3-month process. So you get to experience this program over 3 months where you go deeper and you get to explore more. There's more of personal deep diving and a lot of processing of, what you're going through, whether it be in the context of your identity or even, your beliefs, your habits. And most importantly, all of this is designed especially as a healer and coach for you to be able to have money breakthroughs. And so this, as I said, is a 3-month program, a 3-month process. And if you want to learn even more, if you want to actually learn the skills that I myself have been, honing and polishing for the last 20 plus years, then you can do this by joining our mastery program. And the mastery program is a 90-day process. So you can always reach out and ask for more information. And finally, of course, if you are looking to be mentored by me, you want to be part of our personal coaching program. This is something where I work with you directly and in person. I mean, when I say in person, as in I work with you one on one, then you can definitely reach out and ask for more information because slots do open up from time to time. So, as I said, all of this has been designed keeping you in mind so that you can have the best experience of literally, literally reprogramming your thinking, your mindset, and you can be more of who you were originally and you've always been meant to be. So, having said all of that, of course, as always, remember to live